Okay, just a tip for y'all. If you have carpet in your RV and you have these hydraulic rooms that come in and out, and you want to replace your carpet with any type of hardwood flooring, peel and stick flooring, laminate flooring, whatever you want to call it, you need to think twice before you do it, because this is what usually takes place. And I'll show you here after a while what's causing this. Because these rooms are designed for carpet. They have something underneath called a glide shoe. It's a hard plastic piece that's designed to slide across the carpet and support the weight of this room. When you put down your new flooring and you no longer have that carpet, all you have is that hard piece of plastic just keeps digging into your new wood, and it can be very difficult to overcome unless you change the glide shoe, and that could be a big job. Now this other side's not quite as bad, but you can see where it's rubbing off. So, but another issue we might have, I'm trying to help this fella out and get it fixed, is see we've got one layer of peel and stick, and then we've got another layer. So we're kind of thick already compared to what the original carpet was. So we're going to try to come up with some kind of solution to keep from digging into this carpet. Don't know what that's going to be yet, but we're working on it. Okay, to show you where I'm at, I'm behind the seat, driver's seat, and I got my flashlight in there, and you can see that is your glide shoe. It's a hard piece of plastic, and it's kind of cupped. It's got a bevel to it, so it slides across the carpet. Now when the room comes all the way in, at the very last minute the room lifts up off the floor, but as it goes out it starts to transfer that weight down onto the carpet. But now we don't have carpet, we got this hard floor, and that's what's scratching it up. You know, you get dirt and dust under there. And the other side is digging a whole lot worse because I think part of the glide shoe may be missing or something on the other side. But I'm thinking if we could possibly if we could get a piece of carpet under here, and that might keep the scratching down to a minimum. So we're still troubleshooting. We'll go to the other side and see if I can see anything. Well, it's kind of hard to see under there. I've tried mirrors and different things, so I've come up with another way. I got this little device. I'm trying to show you what's happening under there. Let's get this camera on there close. Alright, everything's backward. Alright, so there's the glide shoe. You can see the wood grain, you see the floor, you see the glide shoe, you see that screw. That screw is what's gouging into the floor. And this plastic is designed to slide across carpet. And you can see, even the scratches, it's already getting into the plastic. And every time the least bit of dust or anything gets under there, it's going to grind it between that glide shoe and your pretty new flooring. So that's why you want to think twice before removing your carpet, because you have to deal with this stuff. So I'm trying to think, maybe if I get a little piece of Berber carpet, if I could glue it, maybe silicone would stick. I don't know. It's not I mean, the more permanent solution is to change out the glide shoe. Put in they make them out of like a felt material, but the way this is designed, you'd have to kind of take the room out partially in order to replace that. That would be quite the job. Doable, but quite the job. So anyway, you get the idea of what's going on. So now let's see how further I can go in there with it. Yeah, you can see how it goes all the way along. I'll show you here. So that glide shoe follows all the way down that long slide all the way to the other end, and it's sliding across that floor, scratching it all up. So maybe I'm gonna get me a little piece of carpet, maybe some silicone, maybe it would stick to it. Silicone will stick about anything. Let's try that strategy, see if that works. Okay, to show you what I'm trying to attempt here, got my little piece of Berber carpet, and at the moment I've got the room wedged up, so I got a little bit of a gap. I'm going to try to carefully position it right below the glide shoe, and then lower it down, let the weight get on it, do a test run. If it works, then we'll try to bond it on there with some polyurethane. So that's the progress we're making. Okay, now you can see what we've done here. You can see the glide shoe. Okay, I got this little bit of carpet right here. All right, now bump the room out just a hair. Now you'll notice as soon as it bumps out, the weight will transfer down. There it goes. All right, now it's pinched the carpet. Now let me check. Let me reposition it, bump it back in a hair. Okay, let me take it like that. Okay, now bump it out. Oh, that looks good. All right, let me check the other side, see if it's tight. To the other side. Yeah, I'm feeling it for, yeah, it looks like it's tight. Okay, go ahead and take it all the way out. Man, we still got a lot of weight on that corner. All right. Got to see if we can get that room up a little bit higher in that corner if we can. Somehow, some way. Let's think. Go ahead and take it out. Try something different this time. Put a whole piece of carpet under there.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, that sounds
like it's new.
Yeah, huh?
That sounds like it's brand new.
Sounds like it's brand new, don't it? No bunch of screechy scratches. Sounds.
Here's water.
Yeah, make sure here's the water. All right, that sounds much better. It's not a permanent solution, but we're getting close. All right, I'm gonna go outside. All right, it's getting dark. I'm trying to explain what's going on out here. Okay, because well, you can see a little piece of carpet. It's come shoving through on this side. It actually can form out. So that plan ain't working so good at the moment. But what's happening is all the weight of this room. See how big this slide is. Goes all the way up here. It extends out about a good 2 feet. Well, it's supported by this ram. See this big ram arm that goes all the way back into the frame. Well, the only support it has is right here at the very end. So at the very end of this, it's supporting the weight of this room. But back here, the weight is all transferred onto the floor. See, there's no bars or anything that's going from the ram to the room to support that weight. All that tremendous weight is back on the floor. And so that's what gives us so much grief when we go from carpet to a hard floor. There's so much weight on there, and I don't see, trying to get in here, so you really ain't got access to that glide shoe without taking the dang room out. Unless we can try to get some carpet wedged under there, stuck under there where it's permanent. That might be an ideal. I just thought of something else. All right, let me try that. Okay, going test, going out, going out. Oh, nice and quiet. All right, let's bring it back in one more time.
Okay, he's filming.
All right, now take it out. I tell you what, I'm gonna go outside. Let me film it as it comes out the other side.
Me too.
Come on, yeah, bring it on out. See what it looks like from this end. Here comes the carpet. Woo! And nice and quiet. No more tearing up the floor. All right. It's not a permanent fix, but it's a temporary fix. The more permanent fix would be, well, to take this rubber off. Get down below that wood, staple new carpet to it, run that carpet in on the floor all the way across the whole, I don't know how long this thing is, 10, 12 feet long, all the way to the end where the slide shoe would stop, or glide shoe, I think it's called, glide shoe, slide shoe. That would be a more permanent solution. Let's go inside and talk about that. Okay, so you can see what we did. So that will, it's not real pretty, but the person could make it prettier, get a better matching carpet. And that would keep this from happening for a while. But a more permanent solution I thought would be is to, like I said, outside, staple carpet around that corner and bring the carpet all the way in to where it stops. I can't remember if it stops about here or maybe here. So take up all the wood from this line back, get back down to the original flooring, put down carpet and staple the hound out of it so it don't get, because you got to think about that carpet is being pushed and pulled. The weight of that, there's a tremendous amount of weight that this floor is putting on this carpet. So it's trying to shove it this way and it's trying to shove it that way. So it's got to be fastened extremely well on both ends, because I shot a bunch of drywall screws on this one. So if you come in here with carpet, you got to staple the heck out of it to make sure it don't get pulled loose. And then same way, when you roll around that edge to the outside, you got to staple it really well. That would be a more permanent solution. You'd have partial carpet and partial flooring, but that would be a better way to go, and without trying to remove the room and change out that glide shoe. So we'll do some more testing tomorrow. Probably put us another piece of carpet on the other end and see how that works. Okay, now we're on the other side of the slide, and you see we've run the carpet up and over, and we have to take the couch loose, or the jackknife bed, flip it up and over out of the way. So I've put me a bunch of screws in here to hold it tight. Now I'm going to go outside and screw it to the bottom of the slide, and then we'll do some test runs and see how it does. Okay, here's the carpet is on this side. Let's look at the other side. See, I've got that screwed in place. Now let's bring it in a couple times and see how it works, see how it sounds. Get rid of all those horrible scratching noises it was making before. Okay, all right, going in.
I can't see nothing from where I'm in.
Sounds pretty good. Nice and smooth. Okay, now let's take it back out all the way. This is the side that really made the racket. Here we go, much better. No scratching. So, well, like I was talking about before, I think it's always best to have carpet first, because this will kind of work, but you got to be very diligent about keeping your floors clean. Because imagine if you dropped a screw right here, or a small staple, and it got between the carpet as it came in, it would just drag that screw or staple right across this floor and really chew it up. So if you can preserve your carpet, preserve your carpet. But in a pinch, this will work, and he can come back in and just replace this bad piece here and get it looking good. Okay, now here's a plan B, another option. Say for instance, you don't want to get rid of your hardwood floor. You kind of have a combo, hardwood floor and carpet. So in order to do so, you could come in here with some carpet like this, and remember, you have to go in and staple it around the outside edge. I'll go outside and show you that. But just come in enough where the slide, wherever it stops at, get your little transition piece here to go from the carpet to the flooring. So that way you'd be back the way it was originally designed. You got the glide shoe on the bottom of the room, and all that weight will be sliding across this carpet back and forth. And remember, this has to be securely attached. I mean, really stapled good. It's because of all the pressures we're going to be dealing with when it's dragging forward and back. And then I'll take you outside and show you exactly how the carpet has to be attached. Okay, so here we are. So what you'd have to do, now every RV is a little bit different, but you'd have to take this rubber off and attach your carpet behind this rubber, because you have to roll it around. It's starting to get dark out here. Kind of hard to see, but that's what you have to do. From the factory, that's what they did. They had the carpet. In fact, sometimes you can see remnants of the carpet underneath this piece. In some places I saw carpet. And so it's got to have a really good fasten point to keep that thing from pulling loose. Different RVs do different. On R38J, this is a 2002 Venture, I believe. On my 38J, the carpet comes all the way down, I think, to the bottom, and there's a metal strip that goes all the way across, and it's screwed up into it and pinches the carpet and keeps it in place. But that's, it give you a couple different ways to approach this and get it fixed and keep from tearing up your pretty new floor. Well, it's been over a week now since I worked on that floor. What was that on? I think a 2002 Winnebago. I'm trying to remember which one it was. It wasn't a Voyage, no, whatever it was. I know it was a 2002. And we got his slide working pretty good. It's somewhat humbling to me that he drove from Washington State to Kentucky for me to look at that for him and get him fixed. He also had some other issues. His generator wasn't running. I got that going too, and that'll be in another video soon. But he's on his way. I guess he's probably back to Washington State by now. But I got to thinking about how these rooms are different, because he has HWH on a Winnebago, which his room slide went straight out. Now a lot of us have, like the 38J, it has a little bit different HWH design, where it's got the Store More slide out system. That's where the rooms go. They go out but then drop down level. His didn't do that. These are a little bit more complicated, a little more tricky to adjust, but they still have the same issues. If you try to change carpet, you're going to have if you try to remove your carpet and put in flooring, you're going to have a lot of issues with it. So I found this PDF I have here on file. Let me scroll down to where, there's what I was talking about. Remember I was talking about the glide strips. So you see this one here, this is for carpet. It's got that hard plastic, and that's what scratches your floor all up. Now they do make a glide shoe for vinyl flooring, but still, that could still give you troubles, because you got to imagine the total weight of that floor is sliding across there. If any speck, a small pebble, a rock, a staple, if it gets hung up between that and your pretty new floor, it's just going to gouge it right up. So I'd highly suggest try to go back with carpet if you could. Our carpet's starting to get to that point. I got to make a decision whether to replace carpet. I've even considered, I've seen some videos where people actually, they make a carpet stain. So if you got carpet that's looking bad, you could actually stain it another color. And so that might be a possibility. So I'm going to take you out now to our RV and show you how it's designed, how it's glide shoe, and how it works. All right, so now we're out here at my 38J, and you can see how the room comes out and drops down level. So it's a little bit different design, but underneath this flap, you can just see that white plastic that I just showed you in that PDF file. So that's our glide shoe, or glide strip, I think they call it. So as it comes down, it rests right on this. So you can see that would be a pretty good job to replace. Well, maybe not too bad. You have to take all this loose in order to change it. But still, don't know if it'd be worth the trouble or not. Now, I was noticing, I was trying to think about in the future, if I want to change carpet on ours. Let me crawl under the RV and see if I can see that. Okay, so under the RV, we are on the driver's side, and you can see the little bit of the carpet here. If I pull that back, this flap, you can see the carpet. So, and they've got that attached with this metal bar and screws that run 10 or 12 feet, however long the slide is. So the carpet has to have a really good attachment point because of the stress it's putting on it as those heavy rooms slide across them. And of course they stretch the carpet all the way over to the other side of the room and staple the heck out of it, 4,000 staples from what I've seen. All right, so let's go inside the RV. So you can see our carpet, this is a 2005 model, is showing its age. Now what we do, we have this piece of carpet here that we fold out once we get to our destination that helps kind of hide it. So I am going to try to maybe shampoo it one more time, maybe use some really good cleaner, maybe I can bring it back out of it. Or remember I talked about the possibility of just staining it. I've watched videos where people will take a carpet stain, you just put it in a pump up sprayer and you just spray your carpet a different color. So that might be an option to possibly. avoid a whole lot of extra work. That might be the first option. Try the stain. If that don't work, then think of something else. But like I talked about, I guess if I was going to change this carpet, I would, like I showed you when I was underneath the RV, you'd attach it first underneath there on that metal strip, and then you'd come over here and stretch it across. Probably have a stretcher, and you got to do the same thing on the other side because it's also got a metal bar that it attaches with. That's right. I was talking about staples. So the staples, that comes up here. I've seen them along the edges. They really put a whole lot of staples around those things. Where I've seen people pull carpet up before. But it would be nice to have flooring like this. It'd be beautiful. But keeping it beautiful is the problem. And I was wanting to give you an illustration of how much weight is sitting on this carpet right now. Let me pull that room out. All right. So I bumped that room out, and you see the indentation of all that weight. So all the weight of this TV, this entertainment center, speakers, everything else I got stored in there is sitting on that. So you can imagine if that hard piece of plastic was sliding across a piece of flooring like this, it wouldn't take no time to have it all scratched up. So that's why you want to be aware of that situation, because all the weight, remember with that ram, it only supports the weight of the room on the outer edge. It has nothing to do with all this weight here. It is all sliding across the carpet. Now you may notice at the very last minute it jumps up. Let me bring it back in. And you notice at the very last it'll come up about a ½ inch or so. It's hard to tell, but at the last minute it'll raise up slightly, because what the proper design, I believe, or when you want them adjusted, is you want the front of the top of the room to come in contact first to get a tight seal. Let me show you that. Let me bump that out. There we go. All right, let me go outside and show you that. Okay, so here's sort of a proper adjustment. You want the top of the room to come in and touch first. That's why you'll see the floor, you'll see it jump at the very last inch or so of travel. The floor will come up slightly. So it touches up top first, gets a real tight seal against the weather, and then the bottom comes in. So that's kind of how that works. But anyway, I guess that's about all I got to say. I guess I'm done preaching. So just be mindful. Be mindful. That dang door squeaky. Something else I got to fix. So, hang on. Well, I guess that's about all I got to say. I'm done preaching. But keep in mind, if you want to change your carpet, give it a lot of thought and get a good plan, a good strategy of how you're going to do it. If you're going to change out those glide shoes and deal with that, or if you're just going to replace the carpet, stain the carpet, or whatever. If you got some ideals, or if you've done this in the past and come up with a good solution, let me know in the notes below so we can share it. Thanks for watching. Have a super day. Bye.